This episode contains mature language and adult situations.
Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, my friend. And how is it that you stumbled into my caverns of the abyss? I am ancient. I am forever. And I have been chained down here for a millennia. I am the Shadow Dweller, here to keep you company until the abyss swallows you whole. I've been here for eons and collected stories. I will tell you a tale to pass the time. Short stories of horror, tiny tales of the creepy. I will assure you, by the end you'll be screaming with madness. Morbid Morsals is a new chapter of terror. A short tale of madness to, let's just say, carry your tremendous suffering over to the longer, fuller episodes. Your torment and endless suffering has helped me go stronger. To reunite my brothers once again to open the portal from here, the nether realm, to your world. To unleash darkness and chaos upon all mankind. We have grown stronger by passing these tales of madness on to you. Not only will we feast on your souls, but we will unleash hell on earth. We'll be seeking new, unfortunate souls to torment. New chapters of fear, tales of the unbelievable, and more skin-peeling episodes. Remember, your dark thoughts lead you to me. I won't have to find you. It will be you that seeks me out.
Thanksgiving, a time for family, a time for gratitude, a time to reflect on the things that we're grateful for. The Tate family for the past 5 years have celebrated Thanksgiving at Karen's parents' cabin in the woods, a wood cabin that Karen's father Nathan built in the Smoky Mountains for him and his wife Betty. Nathan was an old retired man who loved the outdoors, fishing, hunting, living off his land, and going into town only for supplies when needed. Betty liked to sew by the fireplace, cook amazing home-cooked meals, and liked to play bingo with her friends in town on Wednesday nights. Nathan would take her there and drop her off and then spend the rest of his night in the woodshed, skinning deer, rabbit, or squirrel, and making sure he had at least emptied a 12-pack of Miller High Life. Betty got rides from her friends on those nights. Sometimes he passed out next to the wood stove in the shed till morning.
Mom's house always feels so far. Does she have to live in the middle of nowhere? God, why can't they just sell this old cabin and move somewhere nice and warm, like Florida?
It's tradition. Over the river, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. Besides, we lost my parents about 7 years ago, and I really don't feel like spending the holidays with the Bells. Sure, they're great neighbors and all, but your parents are the closest thing I have to parents.
Oh, Mom, what's that smell? Something stinks.
Probably just a dead deer or something. Don't worry about it, honey. Hunter's probably left a carcass somewhere.
But it smells like Grandpa.
What the hell does that mean, Lucy? That's not a nice thing to say about Grandpa.
It's probably just Mom cooking or Dad started drinking early. You know how he loves his drink.
Karen, that was not cooking. That sounded like... Yeah, you're probably right. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving if your dad didn't get shit-faced watching the game. Chalk this up to yet another wonderful family event.
Hey, now let's be nice, Eric. Give my dad a break. It's the holidays after all.
Karen, Eric, and their 10-year-old daughter Lucy made their way up the steps to the front porch. They stomped the snow off their boots and knocked on the door. A revealing warm light spilt into the cold darkness as a delightful smell wafted out the door. A mixture of the fireplace, fresh baked pies, and a wonderful feast that they would soon all be eating.
Come inside. It gets dreadfully cold up here in the Smokies. Take off your coats and boots and get warm. Dinner's almost ready.
Betty kissed and hugged Karen and Eric. Then she bent down and pinched Lucy's already red cheeks and closed the door behind them and went into the kitchen. She handed her daughter a glass of wine.
Karen, honey, you've gotten so thin. Aren't you eating? You'll need a big plate tonight. Doesn't that husband of yours feed you?
Ooh, Mom, stop fussing about me. I eat just fine. What can I help with? Where's Dad? In the shed again? Lucy, honey, why don't you go into the living room and color in your coloring book? Me and Grandma have some catching up to do.
Oh, okay, Mom. It smells yummy in here, Grandma. I'm starving. I'm gonna have so much turkey, I'm gonna bust at the seams.
Oh, you'll see him soon enough. Hello, Eric. Hope the drive up wasn't too bad. Grab a nice cold beer from the fridge. Or would you rather have something to warm you up? We have some rum and coke. Be a dear and give Nathan a hand. Could you help him with the turkey in the basement?
A rum and coke sounds great, thanks, Betty. The basement? Don't you mean the woodshed?
The basement.
Okay, no problem. I'll leave you two at it to catch up. Wouldn't mind having some guy time with your dad.
Eric walks toward the basement door. The handle creaks, and the door swings open. From the darkness below, there's a wet sloshing sound.
Nathan, hey Nathan, you down there? Betty said to give you a hand with the turkey. Did you get a big one hunting this morning?
Eric's hesitant footsteps creak on wooden stairs. The sloshing grows louder, now accompanied by a faint muffled groan.
Nathan, you okay? Have one too many? You didn't fall, did you?
Eric made his way down the steep wooden steps to the basement. His feet hit the dirt floor. He hit his head on the dangling light.
God damn it.
Over here, Eric. Why, yes, I did get a big one.
Nathan was wearing a leather apron covered in blood. A flickering light bulb revealed a grotesque sight. Animal carcasses hung from the wall. The smell hit him immediately. Eric gagged. As Eric's vision began to adjust to the dimly lit basement, he noticed something hanging from a big meat hook. Nathan had his back towards Eric as he was skinning what appeared to be a deer.
Hey Nathan, I thought we were having turkey. I didn't know we were having venison too. But I do love the way your wife cooks it just right.
As Eric came closer to see what Nathan was doing, he slowly realized that it wasn't a buck after all.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that? That's not a deer, that's a...
It was a hunter wearing a red and black checkered flannel. His mouth was gagged and he was suspended from a meat hook. He was making muffled screams and his eyes meet Eric's with absolute terror. Nathan was shaving muscle and tendons off the man's arms and legs. He was still alive. Nathan was putting bits of bloody flesh in his mouth, chewing and gnawing on the man as he hung from the hook.
So fresh, so tender. Better than any venison or turkey. It's going to be a wonderful Thanksgiving, Eric.
Eric screamed as he felt something sharp cut into his chest. He looked down to see a meat cleaver sticking out. Blood began trickling down, staining his shirt a crimson red. Nathan hit him over the head and dragged Eric into the darkness. The sound of bones snapping and flesh tearing filled the air. Upstairs, Karen and Lucy sit awkwardly at the dinner table. The table looked amazing. China plates and name cards. Candles flickered as Betty placed a basket of fresh hot rolls down. There were bowls of mashed potatoes and gravy, corn on the cob, cranberries, all the holiday delicacies.
Where's Eric? Mom, what's taking him so long? He's been down there a long time.
Oh, he's helping your father with the turkey. Boys will be boys. They're probably having some drinks and just lost track of time.
Mom, I'm hungry. Is Daddy and Grandpa coming back up soon?
You'll love the stuffing. It's special this year.
Betty brings a platter out and sets it on the table. She lifts a platter, revealing what looks like roasted meat.
What's that? Mom, I thought we were having turkey.
Just then, the basement door opens. Eric, missing part of his lower jaw and covered in blood and gore, stumbles into the kitchen. Karen and Lucy scream at the disgusting sight, seeing Eric dripping blood all over the floor.
Daddy, you're scaring me. Daddy, what's wrong?
Lucy said, horrified.
Run. Karen, get Lucy and get the hell out of here.
Eric said, gurgling. Karen grabbed Lucy, knocking over the chairs as they bolted toward the front door.
We haven't had our Thanksgiving dinner yet, Karen, and you can't leave before dessert.
Mom, what's happening?
Betty took a handful of the raw flesh from Eric's arm and ripped a big chunk from it. Blood trickled down her cheeks as she chomped on it. She picked up the carving knife, running her fingers down the blade. Eric winced in pain as blood splashed to the hard wood floors.
Run, baby. Don't look back.
But what about Daddy? I want Daddy.
I'm sorry, baby, but it's too late for him. We gotta get to the car. We need to get far away from here as possible.
Nathan came up from the basement, chewing on something that looked like fingers. He was still wearing the blood-soaked apron.
Delicious. Fresh game is always the best, sweetie. You and Lucy will be begging for seconds.
Karen and Lucy bolted out the door and down the steps. They were about 100 feet from their car.
Mom, I'm scared.
I know, baby, I know. Just keep going. We're almost to the car.
Karen said as she picked Lucy up and carried her. The snow was deep and cold.
Don't look back.
Karen, baby, come back to the table. Your mother spent all day prepping this wonderful meal. Where's your manners? You need to show some respect to your parents.
Nathan picked up the longbow that was leaning against the porch and loaded an arrow. Karen was only a few feet from the car. Her feet were pins and needles because she left without her boots. Her breath came out in puffs of white. That's when she felt it. A shooting pain in the back of her leg. She cried out. Karen trips, sending Lucy sprawling forward. She looked back to see an arrow sticking through the other side. The white snow was now stained with a crimson patch, like a deer trailing blood after a hunt.
Mommy, Grandpa's coming. Hurry, why'd you stop? Get in the car, Mommy.
Nathan looms over his daughter, drooling blood in her face. He leans in closer and says,
I hit your femoral artery, Karen. You know I'm a good shot, and soon you'll bleed out.
Lucy's hysterical and screaming, but manages to get in the car and locks the door.
Calm now, sweetheart. It's not polite to leave the dinner table. We've got plenty to eat, so let's go back in where it's nice and warm. Grandma will make you a nice, hot cup of cocoa with marshmallows. After all, you know it's tradition to go around the Thanksgiving table and say what we're thankful for.
This Thanksgiving, be thankful. Be thankful for your family, and be thankful for your life. And remember, sometimes family traditions are best left in the past, especially when going over the hill and through the woods to grandmother's house. You go.
What did you think about that terrifying tale?
What the hell do you want from me?
To enjoy your endless suffering and pain until there is nothing left of you and you are swallowed by the abyss.
No, stay back.
As the caverns of the abyss takes you, I patiently await the next mortal that finds their way here to me. Your dark thoughts always lead you to me. So, my friends, until next time, I look forward to tasting your fear. You have stepped into the abyss.
Into the Abyss has been a Darkshogun production in association with Twisted Souls Media. Hi, I'm Troy Bursch, creator and producer of the short horror story audio podcast Into the Abyss. If you like what you're hearing so far, please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review wherever you can. This helps get my show out there to listeners just like you. Also, like, subscribe, download, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get a heads up every time a new episode drops. Thanks to everyone who listened so far, and I'll have my information in the show notes. Thanks. Hey guys, be sure to check out my new website, intotheabysspodcast73.com. There you'll find episode blogs, breakdowns, character discussions, topics for upcoming shows. I also have a merch store. You can buy yourself some dope stickers, show your suffering support to the Shadow Dweller. And I also have some dope-ass beats that I make called DJ Trillium Tracks. So check those out. Or go ahead and shoot me an email, troy@intotheabysspodcast73.com. When you're checking out the website, be sure to check out DJ Trillium Tracks. These are most of the songs that I make up to put in the show's outros. These are sick, dope beats to keep your heads ringing. If you'd like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. This is a one-time donation and will be greatly appreciated. Any donations that I receive will go directly to the show, better equipment, and to put out the best product out there for you guys to enjoy. So that's buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. And anything helps. Thanks, guys. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is into, into_abyss_podcast. Instagram is into_the_abyss_podcast.
Dust Walkers by DJ Trillam.